is a Cosmic Octave original podcast.
Me and Jake running down the street with a handful of comic books, kicking ass and banging chicks and drinking booze
No, not
and
me.
smoking
Not
weed.
me. I'm
Oh,
married.
Yeah, well,
I'm married.
Jake.
Can't do that.
Yeah. Off panel, off topic.
Well,
Fuck Jake and Tyler.
Piss off.
Well, Tyler, don't want to freak you out
Piss
or
off.
nothing.
What?
But I won't freak you out or nothing. But the next episode is episode 50.
Holy shit balls.
Very inconsistent though, because sometimes we upload on Mondays, sometimes we upload on Fridays, and guess what? This episode's coming up on Friday.
Sometimes you eat the bar and sometimes the bar eats you.
Well, also this weekend we usually record on Sundays, and this Sunday is my anniversary with my wife. So I don't think she would be okay with me just being like, "Hey, babe,
No.
I love you, but can I leave for 2 hours?"
I'm gonna go ahead and have a fully.
She would say to me,
You are nothing but garbage, yeah. Nothing but garbage,
as
Glenn.
well she should.
Yes.
But can I have a little tongue-in-cheek, firmly tongue-in-cheek rant about that real quick?
"What?"
Oh, my name's Jake, and all of a sudden I got a life. I got a wife and a kid and a dog and a mortgage payment. Look at me being all adult and not having any time for my friend Tyler. All right, cool, thanks.
You done?
Yeah,
no,
'cause
I'm not amused because
I'm-
I hear it every
I'm-
goddamn day, Tyler.
Because I'm genuinely happy for you and proud of you for all the things you've done. But I am such an immature fuck that there is a part of me that's like, oh, what? Oh, you want to hang out with your new baby? Well,
fuck
whatever,
you.
man. What happened to us going getting, and watching cartoons for hours?
Fine. You want to hang out with somebody who shits their pants? I'll do it right now. I'll
Yeah.
shit my pants.
It's a lot like that, but just a small part of me. But
That's you know what I will say. That's the hardest part about hanging out with my son is he just he always shit. It
he
feels
doesn't
like,
get the references that I get either. It's kind of tough.
It feels
You gotta
like he
explain.
only shits
Wow.
when I hold him.
Cool. That's a nice
No,
comfort.
that's not true.
That's
obviously,
comfort,
but
though. I mean,
Maybe
that means that he feels comfortable enough in your arms to shit himself,
I think look,
knowing that you will clean it up.
he's only he'll be 2 months old soon,
He's
and
still so little, yeah.
no, it's not even that. He knows. It's like, and I'm sure other parents could tell me this, but there's like a sixth sense that he knows because he's learning. He can smile now as a social cue. It's not just like him trying to figure out his face. He can actually smile at me to indicate like, oh yeah, I love you. I'm enjoying this. And I think he knows he can manipulate me already. It's like when Coop was a puppy. It's like whenever you have to care for either a dog or a person, if you have to care for anybody or anything, it's like they always know when to manipulate you. Yeah. And did you know? Fun fact: dogs, they developed the eyebrows on their face to manipulate humans.
Yeah, we talked about this. I don't know if we ever
It's
talked
an
about
evolutionary
it on
thing.
either podcast, but we've talked about this off air a lot.
off panel, off air.
Yeah, we've talked about this a lot. How dogs. We often talk about how it's so interesting that these animals that could literally just tear you apart if they wanted to, we've domesticated to the point that they wouldn't even think about it.
But
Like it's, you know what I mean?
hot take, I think we've domesticated dogs so much. Now, I'm not saying that all dogs are like they're fucked if they're in the wild. That's not true.
No, but a lot of them are.
He would figure it out. My dog would, I imagine. But I'm just saying we have domesticated them so much that I feel like they're not as aggressive as they used to be. And versus a dog that's been like out in the shit on the streets, not knowing where he's going to get his next meal. He would fuck up
Yeah,
my
like
dog.
if humans like died off like all of a sudden.
Yeah, what about the dogs? I feel like a lot of the dogs are screwed because they're like, man, my owner pampers me so much. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Cats would rule the world.
Fuck cats. That's my hard stance on this
Well,
show.
look, just a heads
I
up.
don't want to be political or nothing, but fuck cats.
Cats are far
No, I don't have
far
problems.
less removed from the wild. We can only domesticate cats to some degree.
They're strong, independent cats that don't need no human.
They're basically like, I'm not gonna be around all the time, you fuck. I'll get my own food.
So
fucker.
welcome back to the Animal Rescue League Hour on the off-panel.
Donate to your local shelter.
Hey, they do great work.
They do.
Shout out to them.
Make sure it's a no-kill shelter too, because there are
Yeah.
such a things.
Tyler, we have a first in a long time.
What is it?
We will not have a What's in My Mouth this week.
We had a string. We had a
It's
we had
pretty
a streak.
consecutive.
We had a streak going there.
Yeah. But
I
I
just
still need to get back to doing edited for TV because there's still some there's
yeah.
still some gold mines in that one. Still
Yeah.
gold in that mine.
Have we gotten any complaints from that kid that I talked about at Walmart and his parents a couple episodes ago?
About what?
Because we talked about him on the show.
Who?
I told you about that when I was in Walmart and I bought.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking
Okay,
about.
good.
I thought you were talking about because my brain thought it was food related. I know you were talking about Legos.
Well, yeah,
But-
kind of. I mean, I was buying that Lego set.
Speaking of Lego sets, you showed me some of the videos you've been editing. For
Yeah, how are
for
they?
The YouTube. I hate them. No, they're great. They're great, buddy.
Yeah.
See, you're doing that thing you're doing, always shutting down in the middle of a show. We got some things to talk about this week. Of course, we're going to be talking about the She-Hulk trailer that just released a couple days ago.
No, we're not talking about shit. We're going to address this right now.
We're supposed to be having fun. It's a Friday.
Is-
Well,
what's-
when this goes live, it'll be
I was going to
Friday.
say that means I have to work today.
No, it's Thursday, Tyler. You know what I hate?
Fuck.
I will, and I promise not to talk about my family.
Promise
my,
not to talk about my little baby.
my family life, but my
Lies.
wife, my
Fucking
wife
lies.
is still on maternity leave.
That's
And
awesome.
There's
though.
times when I will look at the clock and be like, "That doesn't make sense. What happened here?" Like I feel like I'm in a constant time warp, and she's like, "Welcome to my life." And it does and it fucks with my weeks because I'm always like a day ahead or a day behind. I'm never on the right day. It's always confusing
I
me.
can't imagine, like.
It's
Yeah.
terrible. But anyway, we got a lot to talk about. She-Hulk, as we mentioned.
No, please
Uh,
talk about your family some more.
I want to talk about Stan Lee possibly coming
Okay.
back from the grave, which is stupid.
I have a very topical long box this week.
Yes,
Mm.
we're going to be talking about that. Some Young Justice, because that's on something I want to
Boo.
talk about. And
So mean.
and we're also going to talk about Disney Star Wars, but I want to try and talk about this in a positive light because
Let's do it.
From what the information that I have, it seems interesting.
You know, we're always calling out these other shitheads, and I've been fairly negative about a lot of things. So I'm gonna.
It's
I
funny
like
that
this.
you say
Let's
that.
be positive.
It's funny you say that.
Mm.
This is how we're so simpatico. I was
Or I
thinking-
just read the rundown.
well, Ashley and I were. I edited that RK Outpost segment that we did,
Mm.
and Ashley made a point. She says, "Aren't you still like? Granted, your platform isn't going to be the size of his, or is the size of his. You know,
Yeah.
why platform that?" And she made a good point. And then we had a conversation where I feel like there's too much negativity, and I'm bringing that into my house, and I'm bringing that into my home.
Mm.
And I'm not like screaming at her or whatever, but she says, you know, like between work and the podcast and all the other stuff that I do, she's like, you know, in the time that we have together, it's better. She's like, I prefer if you weren't so angry. So I'm trying to do better at seeing more
here's why
positive.
Jake-
Let me finish.
Sorry.
I'm trying to, be like that more on Twitter. I mean, yes, I'm going to share some things that are probably like me making fun of someone or being mean, whatever. But I'm just trying to go at this in a more positive light. Because I was thinking about, as we're talking about She-Hulk, I was thinking about possibly scouring through and finding some dipshit to complain about it being what it is. But then I was like, know what? No. I'm going to celebrate this show because I'm actually excited about it, and I want to talk about it in a positive light.
And that's so weird because that's why I picked. I actually had a long box and then I switched it to something else, which is interesting too because it has to do with She-Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is why you're weird. Like you're not like other human beings. See, like when I write depressing shit on my guitar and then record it, that's how I get those feelings out.
Yeah.
So then when I'm around somebody I care about, like those feelings are not there because they're already out. So you, like, if you're just feeling things, you like it's like you're not having a catharsis. You're not having cathartic
I just like to yell in a direction, so sometimes it can seem like I'm yelling at you, but
Gotcha.
in reality, I'm just
Gotcha.
yelling.
But I mean, like, don't you get it out on the podcast, and then when you're done
No.
with the... Oh, okay.
No,
I'm not saying I do all the time. I'm not perfect by any means.
I know what you're saying. I usually do it by writing.
Okay.
Is usually how I get it out.
Okay.
But
you do have a catharsis. Good. Because
so
that's most important, because then you're the way you want to be around the people you care about.
let's talk about She-Hulk.
Let's talk about She-Hulk.
There's a couple things I wanted to talk about because
Let's talk.
Tyler, overall, and we'll talk about the CG and stuff like that. But as someone who is read She-Hulk, loves She-Hulk, what were your takeaways from the trailer? Like, how did you feel after watching that trailer?
I do. Okay, so we're going positive. Okay.
No, we could criticize. Look, we could criticize this trailer if we want to, but I'm just saying that like we're not gonna do the anti-SJW shit. That
I had
we would
already
do.
right. I had already. Well, She-Hulk's one of my favorite characters, so I literally cannot be pissed about a female-led show. I mean, it's She-Hulk.
Yeah.
She-Hulk's fucking badass. No, the thing is about the CGI isn't terrible, okay, but it's not
great. No.
I
Needs some
saw
work.
I saw a comparison to Princess Fiona and Shrek,
That Shrek is trending because of
which
this.
is really actually very accurate. Hard to say.
No, it's better than that.
It is better than that. But here's the thing: is like I like if I forgive the CGI, I can say this: I like the tone of the show.
Yep.
I like that it seems like she might be breaking the fourth wall, which is the She-Hulk that I fell in love with, the John Byrne.
What made you think that?
Sensational She-Hulk. At one point, she's looking at the camera and she's like, "So I'm Jennifer Walters and I'm an attorney." It's quick during a bunch of cuts,
Oh, I think that was just okay.
but that was her breaking the fourth wall to me.
I thought it was just B-roll with the voiceover is what I interpreted it
At
as,
one
but-
point during that phrase, though, they show her looking at the camera,
I don't know.
and I caught that she was. That's
Well-
me anyway.
Well, I mean,
No, just take my opinion and just fucking
just
run it
stomp
through the
on
shredder.
It. Just stomp it. No,
Just
I'm
cut
interested.
one
No,
on it.
that no, I didn't even think about that. That does seem interesting because
I hope she does.
Deadpool hasn't been in the MCU yet, so we haven't had a fourth wall breaking character in the MCU. And I really think She-Hulk and Deadpool are really the only ones that do it on a frequent basis. But
When I get to my long box, I'll explain how great the She-Hulk show can
Yeah.
be if they take cues.
so you like the tone?
I do.
Are you excited for it? Because I'm actually.
am.
Oh, and by the way, it's 9 episodes. So I'm
Sweet.
assuming
Awesome.
it's going to be half-hour episodes,
Mhm.
but it's going to be, which is perfect because it's a sitcom. It should be half-hour episodes, but there will be 9 episodes,
Here's what I liked about it.
which
They-
excites me.
They showed a scene where she's carrying a guy like into the bedroom, right?
Which is from the comics.
Right. Now, here's the thing is that and you are going to hear it from these fucking
Yes.
jagoffs. And
Yes.
it's so fucking so
You're so insecure.
right?
It's going to be
She-Hulk
insecure men are going to bitch about that.
She-Hulk is sexually active in the comics.
Yes.
Very much so.
And I
She's
hope they
fucked
play that up in the show.
Tony Stark, she's fucked Hercules, she's fucked Sentry,
I
Bob,
mean,
whatever.
why not? Death by Snoo Snoo, man.
Yeah.
I need to get that as a
who
drop.
else?
I'm working on it. I'm going to get that as a drop.
But the point is that that's kind of part of her persona, and she wants to find that right guy, and she did for a while. This guy named Wyatt Wingfoot in the comics, but that kind of went out the window. I can't remember why. But She-Hulk is. I think the reason why she's such a fan favorite, and I don't know if she's a feminist icon, I really don't, but she should be. She always stays hulked out most of the time in the comics. Now.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I was gonna ask that. So it looks like she's gonna be pretty much hulked out in
For a
the show.
while in the comics, she couldn't go back to Jennifer Walters for a while, like
But-
decades.
And this is common to She-Hulk lore. She seems to have her. She's like Bruce. Bruce is merged with Hulk in this, and it seems like she is doing the same thing. Like she has her wits about her, and she's
Late-
still Jessica or
yeah,
Jennifer.
Walters.
I always fucking say
Lately,
Jessica.
Yeah. Lately in the comics, she's been a lot more Hulk-ish. In fact, they refer to her as Hulk.
I think once she transforms in the show, she's not going back. I think she's just going to be She-Hulk the whole entire
Well,
show.
in the comics, not only did she was up against S.H.I.E.L.D., some rogue Hydra factions in S.H.I.E.L.D., and a whole bunch of shit happened, and she ended up having to be She-Hulk forever. And she was fine with it because here's the thing, is Jennifer Walters is small and mousy, always described that way. And so Jennifer Walters always feels more empowered and more.
And it's the same thing with Bruce. It's he's always the
Right.
skinny, lanky looking dude, and then he has all this power when he's Hulk. So, and so clearly it looks like we have that shot of the car getting hit off the road, or car having the car accident. So that's clearly going to be the setup of Bruce being the only one being able to give her a blood transfusion,
Yeah.
which is going to make her into She-Hulk. Which is in the comics. In the comic, it's not a car accident, but it is something to that effect.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was in the car or in the.
It's like a
comics.
shootout. I think
She gets shot or something, and she becomes
monster.
She-Hulk because
Yeah.
of a blood transfusion. Because only person that can give her blood is her cousin Bruce.
And it's gamma irradiated blood.
Oh, but didn't.
Oh no!
but,
Why did you tell me?
things that I thought were interesting. I did find it was funny when he puts her in the chamber and he's like, your transformation is triggered by fear and anger, and she's like, that's literally every woman, which I enjoyed. And it clearly is, and they had mentioned it, it clearly is going to be going in a more comedic, fun time. Honestly, this looks like the most Marvel show I've seen of Disney. It's like just very much has that vibe of fun. And I want to embrace this because I think while I think it is good to take the source material seriously and have serious superhero stuff,
Yeah.
it is refreshing to have one being like, this is a comic book. Let's be a little silly. Let's have some fun with this.
Yeah.
And that's always what that comic has been,
Yep.
right? So it's cool to see that in live
For
action.
a certain run of her comic books, yes, she was a fourth wall breaking kind of.
I don't, and I think it's great that she's sexually active because most Marvel characters in the MCU right now are like kind of asexual. Like they kiss and stuff, but there's not really like sexy things. And look, I'm not saying let's put in fucking sex scenes in every MCU movie because I am someone that believes that like if it's not good, like it doesn't work for the narrative or work for the character, we don't need sex scenes and things.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think this show is going to be the only bit of the woman or the manizing, because you can't say womanizing, so it'd be manizing. I don't know. Her being
active.
her being a single woman.
Yeah.
I think all we're gonna get is her carrying the guy like that, and then a cut.
Well, okay.
And I want to talk about. Oh, go ahead.
So imagine I'm just me, right? Okay. I never get I'm not really good. I don't have a lot of luck or whatever, and that's fine. But imagine I wake up one day and I literally look like Brad Pitt. And then women are throwing themselves at me. Do you think I would enjoy that? Do you think I would stay as Brad Pitt all the time?
Also, I gotta say,
Just asking. Answer the question. Do you think I would enjoy that?
yeah, sure. I don't know.
I would love that. So to me, it's her like coming to grips with the fact that, you know, when she's Jennifer Walters, she really didn't get like a lot of.
Look, I think it's interesting that we live in an era now where, after this trailer, like everybody was joking that like Twitter and fans were like, "You guys need to go to horny jail," because they were talking about like. Because the internet, whenever there's an attractive woman of any kind, they've got to go hard on it. Like I remember when Resident Evil 8 came out. There's a character that there's this female that like she has big breasts, but she's like 7 foot tall. She's like this vampire lady, and everybody was like, "Oh, step on me, like I love it, give it to me," like really horny.
Wow.
Same thing with this trailer.
Horny
Like
jail.
they see She-Hulk and like, "Step on me, mommy," and I'm like, "What the fuck is the internet?" Sometimes like I see some of these tweets like, "Oh, she could beat the shit out of me," and I'm like.
No, but I was
All
trying.
right.
I was trying to give the audience a kind of a look into why she might want to stay as She-Hulk all the time.
No, but the reason I say that it is funny because this show exists in a different era. I think that why the comic works the same reason why I think the show will work is because we are as a society accepting the beauty in women in all forms, and it's okay.
Despite all the
Yes.
politicians trying to do otherwise.
What the book does, and I hope what the show does, is be like, it's okay to be attracted to a woman that is muscular. It's okay to be attracted to a woman that is physically fit and has a six-pack and has big-ass biceps.
My comic book crush has always been She-Hulk. Oh, my God, yes.
She-Hulk is attractive?
Oh, my God, yes. If she was real, holy shit. Oh, my God. Yeah. Wow. Just wow. You know?
I will say that was interesting. I also love the fact that I'm thinking the scene would be, because it was obviously chopped together for the trailer, but I think that the whole idea is she's like, oh, somebody's actually into having maybe, and I honestly think that all we're going to see is her carrying the bed and cut, or
Probably.
they could have fun with it and like them breaking the bed or something. Because
She's done it before in the comics.
And that's what I mean. That'd be fun.
When she fucked Juggernaut.
I think there's a lot to like about this trailer. I think that I can't look away from the CG. Yes, the CG definitely needs some work. And it sucks because I don't think this trailer was ready. I think, because we talked about this, it got leaked because because of COVID, they've been outsourcing, and it's not just Disney, but there's been a lot of companies that have been outsourcing their visual effects. And Marvel UK was the one that accidentally leaked this before it was supposed to come out. So I'm thinking they were probably going to wait and show a trailer after Miss Marvel, or around the hype for Thor, because I mean there's still like 2 months between, a little over 2 months between now and the premiere. So they're definitely going to be fixing this and working on this. But I just think that this came out too soon. And I think a lot of that is it having it because it already got leaked, so they're like, "Oh shit, we got to just put it out since people have already seen it." And I just don't think that they were ready to have that be out. So and what I don't understand, and maybe it's because they already had the assets, but why does Hulk look totally fine? Like Hulk looks perfect. Hulk looks like he's looked in every single movie.
That troubled me too. Like why?
My guess is they already have that model. They already have those assets, so they could just drop it in and just be like, boom, no problem. But this will be the first time that it'll be a completely motion captured main character. Now you could argue Thanos was, but Thanos was a villain, I guess, or whatever. But this will be the first time they've done a show based on a fully CG motion captured character.
Yeah.
So yeah, she definitely needs work, but. Cooper, stop. I think that if the story's good, I can forgive it. If I'm really into the show, I can move past the CG. However, I could also see how that could be hard when your whole character is CG. So we'll see how it works.
Yeah, I hope they'd fix it.
There's some shots where it looks good. There's some shots where it clearly is tracking her face, and I like it. And then there's some shots where I'm like, her hair's still too stiff. Or like that first shot, the reveal from her leg up when she's like in the She-Hulk suit was not good. I was like, it looked like she looked like Mr. Fantastic kind of. Looked like they were stretching her out. Like it didn't look like she's a side.
We're trying to be positive, but it's tough.
I wonder how this is gonna go because I'm guessing it was shot out of like the trailer. It's chopped up out of sequence.
Probably.
Because I'm assuming that the car accident happens. She gets the blood transfusion. She finds out it's Hulk, and then he takes her to this island that they were at where they're jumping and shit. And that is probably where he's gonna train her and do all that stuff. But do you think? Because Tim Roth, that's the big reveal of this trailer. Tim Roth is back as Abomination. And I thought they were just going to be cheap and just make it Abomination and he would just voice it. But no, we got the actor himself in a shot of the trailer. And there's speculation that he's at the vault. Do you think we're at the vault in this? Because I think this show is set in Colorado, if I remember correctly.
Yes, I do.
You think so? Are you excited about Tim Roth coming back?
Yes.
Okay, that's all you got?
I'm really excited to see because they do show. I think they do show her talking to him while he's in a cell.
Yeah.
So I think I also saw that I saw online that they showed Jamil's Titania. I didn't see that. Did you see that?
I don't think so.
I mean, I'm excited to see it.
That's the one thing that sucks about She-Hulk. She doesn't have a ton of villains, so you're
She
gonna
really
have,
doesn't.
You're
But
gonna
that's
have
kind
to.
of- that's kind of like what made Sensational She-Hulk so great.
Yeah.
Was because she brought back characters like Spragg, the Living Hill.
Well, Frogman.
Zemnu the Titan.
Frogman's in this. Did you see that? There's a brief shot of Frogman.
No
in this
shit.
trailer.
Cool.
Yeah. He looks.
And,
it looks like he is cosplaying as the Green Ranger, kinda. You should see the shot of it. It looks funny. But again, I think that adds to it because Frogman is fucking stupid. Like I love that.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. There's not much for me to say that you didn't cover. I just hope they fix the CGI, and it's a lot like the shot of Star Fox and Pip the Troll at the end of Eternals.
That was bad.
Right? And you're like, oh, that's cool, but right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same thing. Get your shit right.
I think it really boils down to it's still being worked on. There's still some stuff they're trying
your
to
shit right.
iron out
Yeah.
before this comes out. And I really do think that this trailer came out before it was supposed to.
Probably.
I'm interested in how they're going to do that because clearly they're going to do Abomination. And I think that and Mark Ruffalo himself, he's handing the banner over. So it would make sense to have...
Good metaphor.
He said that, not me. I can't take credit.
You're such a good guy.
So it makes sense that the first villain we saw in the Incredible Hulk, or Hulk's biggest villain in the MCU, really, is Abomination, and it would only make sense that he is kind of there to help her pass the torch.
Yeah.
I have a couple questions.
Yes.
They're not necessarily predictions, but they're questions of like what we think the show could do. So, do we think that we will see Matt Murdock or Daredevil at all in this show?
I do, mainly because it is she's a lawyer. They make a good point.
And they've
of saying
been
that.
against each other in the courtroom before.
Yep, fantastic storyline where
You've talked about it a million times.
Yep. Fine, I won't then.
I'm just saying you've mentioned it every time we've talked about She-Hulk.
Because it's such a fucking good story.
Talk about it later when you talk about She-Hulk.
I will. I think so.
I think so.
But I've been wrong before. I don't know.
I do, but I don't think it's as big as we're gonna make it out to be. I think it's literally gonna be like I think it's gonna be like No Way Home. It's gonna be a scene. It's gonna be really cool when it's there. But I still think they're trying to figure out how to introduce. And I know they put Kingpin and Hawkeye, but I still think they're trying to figure out how to properly introduce the Netflix stuff into.
Because there's rumors that what is it? That Jessica Jones and Luke Cage are gonna appear.
They're not gonna be in this.
Okay.
I disagree. I don't buy into it. What? Why are you doing that like it's your idea? I'm just saying I don't buy into that rumor. Because I guarantee you, Marvel.
No, I was making fun of your.
Me personally,
because I do that a lot.
I
too.
think Marvel only cares about Daredevil and Kingpin.
Probably.
I feel like they think that
right.
those are the only two viable ones.
I think you're right. Although
that
Luke, I'll take Mike Coulter as Luke Cage.
I liked him as Luke Cage. I hated that series, but I liked him. Yeah. Mostly because they killed off the
lick
best.
My fucking hand, god damn, dude.
They kill off their best villain, and then
and then it's some
then
weird
they make
dude
him
in
into
a shitty
then
fucking.
Then they make him into Blade.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Figure that one out.
What the fuck?
Exactly. Another question: do we think, and R.I.P. Thunderbolt Ross, William Hurt, but
oh shit, yeah. Fuck.
Do you think that they're going? I think that they might introduce Red Hulk in this. Obviously, it won't be Thunderbolt.
No, it can't be.
But would they bring back Betty? Would Betty be the Red Hulk?
Betty Ross is Red She-Hulk in the comics.
So maybe we'll do a Red She-Hulk.
That would be an interesting foil to be sure. Would Liv Tyler do it? Is she?
I don't know. I think you might have to recast
in the shape for it.
I think you might have to recast, but
I have no idea what she's been up to.
I'm wondering, but hey, they might not even bring Red Hulk in at all. They might just strictly do Abomination and
because there's a different Red Hulk, the U.S. Avengers book, I think a couple years back, where they had like every state had a cover, and like we were Hawkeye, obviously for Iowa.
Yeah.
They introduced a new guy, and it wasn't Red Hulk, or it was a new guy, and he had this. He actually had like a timer set, and he could only use like his Red Hulk powers for like 2 minutes or something.
And
like
that's
that.
what the wristband looks like on Shang-Chi that Banner's wearing. So I'm wondering if Shang-Chi is after this in the timeline, and maybe that's how they're connected. Because how else?
But they could use that version of Red Hulk instead of the original, which is Thunderbolt.
And there
Ross.
has to be something in there with Wong, because how the fuck is Abomination there if he's running around with Wong and Shang-Chi? So I'm wondering.
He has confirmed that he is in She-Hulk.
Wong?
Yes.
Which, by the way, how funny is it that Benedict Wong is named Wong in the MCU? But anyway,
He's so great in
dude,
everything, dude.
him and dude, just give me more of him and Strange together. They're my favorite. I love those two together.
He's great.
But I'm wondering, there's got to be some tie.
In The Martian, he's fucking
So
fantastic.
well, then, but that's what wonders me. Is Wong is Shang-Chi gonna be after She-Hulk in the timeline, and that Wong made an agreement with Abomination that like if he's gonna be free, he's got to work with him. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but why is he as Bruce Banner in the end of Shang-Chi? And I could tell you why. He probably didn't. They didn't want to do CGI, and they just asked Mark Ruffalo to stand in a room for 5 seconds. But anyway, I think there's something.
It's cheaper this way.
I think there's something to the wristband thing. I do agree with you. I
Okay.
think there's something to it. Now, I don't. Again, I think they might, out of respect for William. Is it William Hurt?
Yes.
Out of respect for him, they might just stay away from Red Hulk altogether and do a whole new thing with. Or, dude, give me fucking Alan Scott. Remember we talked about Blue Hulk? Bring him in.
Blue Hulk is actually
Or not Alan Scott. That's Green
Rick
Lantern.
Jones.
Rick Jones. I don't know why I went to Alan Scott.
I don't know why they haven't brought Rick Jones into the MCU yet. He's one of
Rick
the most.
Jones is responsible for Hulk.
Like,
he was the
he's-
one in the field.
He is so. He's responsible for a shitload of shit, man, in the Marvel universe.
But I will say this to kind of wrap up this conversation about this.
Okay, but I get okay.
I know, but I'm saying as we get to the end of this conversation, I think it's really cool that we're finally and granted it's a She-Hulk show, but it is kind of cool that we're kind of seeing Mark Ruffalo get his own Hulk property. And we know that there's a whole legal situation where Hulk
Universal,
can't be in his own movie because
Yeah.
of Universal. But if he's
Sucks
teamed
balls.
up, whatever. But I like that they're doing that. And it's also cool to see what Hulk is doing post-Endgame.
So in the so what they could do, which is what I think they will do, is say that Thunderbolt Ross has a son somewhere, and he will take over and be the Red Hulk in the MCU. Correct? Okay. Now check this out. Right now, Val, right, has already recruited U.S. agent,
Ooh, so she
the
gets,
dark version of Captain America.
Yeah.
She's
got-
recruited Yelena Belova, who is the dark version of Black.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I don't know, but it
Alternate. Hang on.
seems like she's cool now
Then-
after the Hawkeye show.
Then, then she recruits the Red Hulk, and she's making the Dark Avengers.
I thought they were going to do a Thunderbolt show. But I could see that. Dark Avengers. Well, clearly it's also going to be...
That's all me.
So
Kevin Feige. I will take a job at any time.
So let me ask you this. So this is what we're looking at for roster-wise with the new Avengers, which is Sam Wilson, Captain America.
Doctor Strange.
Kate Bishop, Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
She-Hulk, because I'm assuming that's what they're going to do at the end of this
Probably.
at this.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, maybe. Nobody really knows him now, so maybe. And then we were also looking at Shuri Black Panther, or what? Which, by the way, what the fuck are they going to do with Black Panther? Because they haven't said jack shit about that movie. That's coming out in 6 months. Which is fine. Show the trailer in like fucking September. I don't care. Because you and I have talked about this. It drives me up a fucking wall when people... Video games are worse than movies.
Oh, yeah.
But when video games are announced and it's like, well, this is delay number 3. I want to be clear. Delays are good. Delays are a good thing. But stop doing this so you don't have to say, well, we delayed it another year. It's like, well, then just fucking release it when it's ready. But I get it. It's shareholders and shit like that.
That's the problem with it all, is that they have these like 5-year release calendars.
But I'm just saying in general, the new Avengers seems interesting. But I can understand, and look, I'm not gonna go on the whole MCU tirade.
Oh, no.
But I can understand how some
Captain Marvel would be an Avenger, maybe.
the Marvels,
Thor.
because you got to think about that.
Thor might
Who
be an
knows where
Avenger
Thor
too.
is,
It's true,
man.
yeah. You know.
But I will. But what I was trying to get at is I could understand how this show and everything else if you're a pathetic, insecure man, you'd be upset because the new team looks predominantly female. There's a lot of female characters on the new Avengers. Personally, whatever, I don't give a shit. But if you're a loser, I can understand how you're upset, and I can understand how people look. I know people that watch
I
this.
love when you're on right. And you can understand. Look,
I know people, and this is fine because those people
he
exist.
knows a lot of people. Trust me.
I know people that watched this trailer, didn't like it, wasn't for them. That's fine. That's okay. But there are definitely, there are people out there that saw her picked up a dude and freaked out and like, oh, everybody's talking about how hot she looks and this and that and other thing. And it's like,
Did you see my post?
it's for, that's the beauty of comic books. They're kind of for everybody.
Did you see my post about like 4 or 5 days ago about like it was a Twitter thread about all the things that women had dated guys that actually thought about women, like that there's different holes for peeing and sex, like that. Like there was a guy who was like,
I didn't know that until I was too old to not know that. I'll just put it that way.
But it's just horrifying. And you're like, wait a second, what is going on? Like
She said
there's
that-
actually guys that
When she explains that to you, you're like,
What?
and then she says, you know what?
You are nothing but
I can't remember all the
Nothing
different
but
stuff, but yeah, it was
garbage,
just
guy.
like it's like, what are you talking about?
Right. So
Um,
overall, we're excited
that's
for
the
She-Hulk.
kind of guy who's mad at She-Hulk.
We're excited for She-Hulk. And just to recap, this is kind of the brilliance of Disney Marvel. Because remember in 2020 where we didn't have a Disney Marvel property for the whole year. And then, 2021, we had Shang-Chi, we had Black Panther,
We had
or
to-
Black Widow,
we had to set
Shang-Chi,
fire to our copies of Endgame for warmth.
Eternals, stuff like that. Now, we started in March with Moon Knight,
Mhm.
which led into Doctor Strange, which will lead into Miss Marvel, which will lead into Thor, which will lead into She-Hulk. So we've had, and we'll continue to have
We have an embarrassment of riches.
actually 6 if you count, 7 if you count, because both those shows, Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, they're going to take about 2 months. So
Guardians of the Galaxy
starting
Christmas
at the end of
special.
March, all the way until 2022, there's been a steady stream of MCU content, which is kind of nuts.
Yeah, don't forget about the
which we should do
Christmas
like
thing in November or December.
Yeah, who cares? I'm pretty sure I'm joking. I'm pretty sure.
There's a lot of cameos apparently.
Well,
in
James
it.
Gunn said like one of the most important characters.
Yeah,
shows
so
up in
you
it.
know what? It's probably Galactus.
Oh God, that fucking big bitch. All right, so speaking of big bitches, we are.
You big bitch.
I'm excited. Can't wait. I think it'll be fun. Let's move on.
It's going to be exciting.
Let's keep talking about Marvel
Let's do it.
because
I'm wearing my Daredevil shirt. I'm
while they
Marvel.
excited
I'm
me,
hoard out on the Marvel.
with She-Hulk,
Hoard.
they proceeded to piss me off yesterday.
What happened?
And by yesterday, I mean we're recording on Thursday. This was announced on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Marvel has signed a 20-year deal with Stan Lee Universe, a venture between Genius Brands International and POW Entertainment, to license the name and likeness of Stan Lee for the use in future. Oh wow! Because it says future feature. I was like, did I really put future?
Yeah.
Pizza. For use in future feature
That was not
films.
a drop, ladies and gentlemen.
That
That was
should be.
Jake.
Now let me finish this damn thing. So they signed an agreement for the likeness of Stan Lee for the use in future feature films and television productions, as well as Disney theme parks, various, quote, experiences, and merchandising. I'll start. Fuck off. The
Yeah,
man is
why?
dead.
Yeah.
Let him no. Let him be a fucking corpse. Can we just let people be dead? Like, I'm so sick of this shit. Like the General Tarkin thing, that was cool in Rogue One. But seeing Leia again,
This is Grand Moff Tarkin.
what? Jesus Christ! Fuck you. All right, if the Star Wars nerds want to come after me, they come after me.
It's not General, it's Grand
All right, I'm just saying, let people stay fucking dead. You had a point, and I interrupted you. What did you want to say? Fuck.
I wholeheartedly agree with you, Jake. However, if Stan Lee has heirs, and they're okay with
Get a job, you fucking losers. Go on. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I sounded
so
like,
fucking great.
man, that was the most boomer thing.
Fucking what the fuck?
That is the most boomer thing I'm gonna say on this podcast. Get a job.
Get a job.
I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm gonna let you finish. Thanks, buddy. No, but if they're like hurting for money and they're okay with it, that's fine. I mean, if you want to see your dead grandpa for like 20 years after he's been dead, that's on you, I guess. Whatever.
Tiki Watiti.
Would never do that.
I wouldn't, but
You know what?
my grandpa.
Only if
My grandpa. I couldn't sign. I wouldn't. Let's say this.
Uh.
I could not sign a contract with a multi-billion-dollar like media giant to license my
20
grandfather's likeness.
for 20 years.
If that were possible, I think my tune might change.
So this is what I will say about this. This is why
I don't know though.
even to this day,
Yeah.
comic book fans still get made fun of because who else is this for other than grown men like us to be like, ha, yeah, Stan Lee in the movie, Stan Lee cameo. Like, who the fuck is this for? Not for me, because I don't know about you, but I'm an adult and I understand that people die and we could just move on from shit. And let's be totally honest, the Stan Lee cameos are not that good. They were cute and fun in the early 2000s. They've done some creative stuff, making him a Watcher in Guardians. That was funny, and like they've done some creative things with him. But it's like the man is dead. Let him be dead. Like, why are we like why would anybody at Marvel think that's okay to take some dead person and use their likeness for a stupid joke? Because that's what they're gonna be. That's all they're gonna be. And you know what? It's not gonna be that. Like, the most frustrating thing is they're gonna do this weird, creepy shit where they're gonna give him dialogue and stuff, and it's gonna be like an AI algorithm based on all of the things that he said over the however long he was alive. I think it was in 95 or something. However long he's been in the public eye, they're just gonna pluck that out of there and awkwardly stick that in there and make that weird meat puppet make the fucking words come out. I don't know why I'm so.
This is the biggest insult to Stan Lee since Zendaya and et al. Laughed at Otto Octavius' name in No Way Home. I'm still pissed about that, actually.
And here's another thing I'll add to.
Why did you? Why?
Here's another thing I'll add to that. Stan Lee's family can go get fucked because first of all, they screwed him over when he was alive and he was begging to get his money away from them, and then he died. And then they used his by the way, they still run his Twitter account. His Twitter account is still active, which is really disrespectful.
I'm firmly on the side of Jake here.
I was
you all.
gonna say I brought the receipts. You know what else they did? You know what else they did? They used the legacy of this dead man to push NFTs.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So you know what, Marvel and you guys can get fucked because this is stupid. Let the dead stay dead. You know how disrespectful that is to anybody that lost a loved one to be like, man, I wish, you know what, yeah, Stan Lee's family, it's sad that you lost him, but you can still see his fake CGI meat puppet on screen. Meanwhile, people that actually lost people be like, wow, that's cool to have that luxury, I guess. I wish I could just make a fucking AI thing of my dead loved one. It's stupid. And maybe I'm coming at this a little too hard edge. I understand that. But it's like, when does it stop?
Here's a question.
When
for
does
you.
it stop?
Here's a question for you. Say that you are like a famous person and they do license you and everything and make like an AI of you. Okay. Would that be you? Like, would that be your consciousness?
Okay. Yeah, I know. It's
Would
just,
you come back to life in that thing?
I think I'm coming at this such a hard edge
Because you're a douche.
because my
No, I agree wholeheartedly. I
do, and I joke. It's so funny how much of a hypocrite I am because I wanted to be positive this episode, then I come out with this take. No, but I think
Fucking dick.
I think the reason I have such a negative and vitriolic response to it is because it's unnatural.
True.
I was worried that this was going to be a slippery slope when Star Wars started doing this shit. When they,
Yep.
When they did it in Rogue One, while I think
Yeah.
it works for that movie, I see how that was a slippery slope.
I had a huge problem with Luke coming back.
Oh my
in
God.
Boba Fett. Like,
Do
no,
not-
don't do it anymore.
Do not get me started on Luke's CGI and because first of all, it rarely ever looks good because your brain will not allow you to suspend its
It's the
disbelief.
uncanny valley.
The uncanny valley. Your brain will not do that
God.
because your brain knows that Carrie Fisher has passed away now, but at the time when she was still alive and they did that, you know what she looks like now. You know what Mark Hamill looks like now. So when you see the younger version of him, your brain will not accept it because your brain is like, no, that's clearly not real. That is not in the world.
God help us all when they finally solve that issue.
What happened to
God help
what
us
happened
all.
to hiring actors and just making look? I get that it's like, what do you want? Do you want it to sound like do you want Mark Hamill's voice?
Jack
to be
in the
there?
Box is experimenting with burger flipping robots. Yeah. I'm not fucking kidding around, guys. It's
No,
coming.
I'm
Capitalism is fucking phasing
think-
you out.
I think I'm upset because I know what Stanley's family did to him, and I know they continue to just they continue to just his estate continues to just suck dry that money,
Yeah.
and it pisses me off because
It's like Bob Ross's estate,
there was no justice in
run by bad people,
exactly, and
tarnishing a good man's name.
I understand if I'm being totally, in the sense of fairness. Because I don't want to say to be fair, because then you got all the Letterkenny fans. To be fair, I can understand how Marvel was trying to do this from a good place, in a sense that like we miss Stan, and it's a way to have those tied to our movies, and I understand how that could be used as a good place, but. I have not had my movie ever since his last cameo. I have never been like, man, this movie could have used a Stan Lee joke. This could have used Stan Lee being in the background somewhere. Not once have I thought that. Not once have I thought, man, this would add to the movie.
Neither have
I just think it's weird and I don't like it. And it freaks me out.
Let me for those of you who are not fluent in Jake speak, let me kind of
I'm trying to be nice.
iron
and
that
then
out for you.
I got really mad.
Let me try and iron that out for you. We love the Stanley cameos. They were a fun thing. At one point, they were like, let's keep this going because it's a fun little streak. And it was like, sweet. That's a sweet thing to do. And then he died, and it ended. And the movies that have come since without any Stanley cameos, it's okay because we know he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
If you start putting him back in, you're gonna make you're basically making it so that his death had no meaning.
Yeah.
Which is what you're actually doing in the MCU with your movies anyway.
And
so
that's what I was trying to say.
but it doesn't work in real life, motherfuckers.
That's what I was trying to say earlier. Is like, it would be like if I made a CGI algorithm based thing of my dad and being like, look, it's like he's never gone. It's like, no.
But then you never grow. I mean,
well, yeah,
death is a part of life.
Yes.
I mean, I'm sorry,
and
folks.
it's disrespectful to the deceased.
Sorry that you don't understand that.
It's disrespectful to Stan Lee's
Let them
legacy.
fucking rest.
Let the dead stay dead. And look, spoilers, Tyler.
Shit.
I'm sorry.
You fucker.
Harold Ramis there's a CGI Harold Ramis
Oh, yeah.
in Ghostbusters.
Heard about it.
But that is handled with he doesn't talk and he's only there for a second. And I don't think anybody would have signed off on that movie if they weren't okay with it.
Right.
That being said, that was a touching tribute to him because he doesn't say anything or do that. But if you have a CGI digital Stan Lee show up and go, Excelsior! It's not going to be respectful. It's just not.
One more time.
Excelsior! Because you know what it is? It is just, you're just, then he's not, Tyler, then he's not a human.
Yeah.
Then he is a product.
Yep.
And he's just going to be like, hey, I'm Stan Lee.
The first time I saw somebody dead hawking a product, I was like, uh-oh.
I'm Stan Lee.
I don't know how they got
That's it.
I don't know how they got that past there, but somebody should have written a law at that point. Like, no,
it's
you
like
can't do it.
like when Herman.
Nobody
It
did.
was like when Herman Cain died from COVID, and then his family was posting COVID misinformation from his Twitter account. And it's like, and again, it goes back to Stan Lee's family hawking NFTs on his Twitter account. It's like, stop. Just stop it. Like it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
You know what? If we're gonna revive people, why not fucking put up fucking Steve Ditko then? Why don't we put up fucking George Perez? You know what? I swear to God, if you motherfuckers try to, why not do anything with George Perez? George Perez was one of the biggest artists of all time. Was a wonderful human being. He just passed away, but we never got to see him in anything. The man spent the last 6 years of his life going to conventions so he could spend the last 6 months of his life to be with fans and cherish the moments that he had left. We don't get anything from him. Do we even get a fucking whisper from anybody else? No. Only comic book fans talk about that.
Yeah.
By the way, rest in peace, George Perez, an amazing artist.
Fuckers. Yeah.
One of the greatest artists of all. Unbelievable. But yeah, why don't we do Ditko or something like that? No. We can't. We got to do the Stan Lee thing, and then we got to fucking revive his corpse.
Also, because Ditko's renowned fascist.
Oh,
also.
sorry.
Yeah.
I meant
I know who you meant. Kirby.
Kirby. Yes, Kirby. Yes, it is. Well,
Yeah, let's do
I
that,
knew
actually.
one of them became like a fashy guy. I was like, which one was it? I can't remember.
Well, Kirby was Jewish, so it'd be really hard.
Yeah, why not have Jack Kirby or George Perez or something like that? No, we gotta. My point was that when George Perez was alive, he never got to make a cameo. When Jack Kirby was alive, he never got to make a cameo. And I'm not against Stan Lee making those cameos, but why not look at like artists now and writers now and have them involved if you really want to shoehorn in a cameo? Ugh.
Yeah.
And that's another thing.
That's my take.
And that's another thing. Where's the respect for the artists?
There is
Nobody, like I said, nobody talks about Kirby. Nobody talks about Perez. Nobody talks about.
I talk about Kirby all the time, you fuck. Oh, here Tyler goes with his fucking Jack Kirby love again. Bullshit.
I'm trying to think of another artist that I could, like maybe that would have a more mainstream name because a lot of artists don't. Jim Lee. Why don't we have Jim Lee show up in a fucking Disney movie?
Jim Lee's kind of hacky.
What?
Yeah.
Jim Lee is an amazing artist. Greg Capullo.
Yeah.
I don't know. Point is, this is a bad. And you know what? As much as I hate it, it doesn't matter. They signed the dotted line.
Yeah, you
It's,
fuckers. We
for
can't do anything about it. Anyway.
By the way, 20 years. Do you really think my son 20 years from now is going to be like, oh, wow, Stan Lee. I'm so glad he's in it. He made my childhood. No, he didn't. He was dead the whole time.
Wow. Jesus H fucking Christ, man.
Well, you know what really pissed me off is when
What?
Stan Lee was showing up in Deadpool. Stan Lee had nothing to do with Deadpool. Nothing.
Yeah,
Why is
that's
he
true.
showing up in
Yeah.
characters that he didn't even fucking create? Why is he showing up in those? Spider-Man makes sense. Fantastic Four. Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
He made a lot of shit. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know.
Was he in Ghost Rider?
I have no idea.
You know what?
I've
This
never
you know what
seen
this really
either of
does?
those. What?
I'll eat your ass.
This really eats my ass.
It does.
And it doesn't even pay me.
$1 million, bitch.
I'm sorry. We were trying to be positive. We were positive on She-Hulk. Digital Stan Lee pissed me off. I'm sorry, everybody.
We're positive that we don't like Digital Stan Lee.
All right, we got one more topic to talk
right?
about.
Hey, huh?
Yeah.
We're positive.
Let's be positive. Let's go back
that
to being,
we don't like.
Let's go back to being positive.
Let's fucking do it.
So Star Wars, Kathleen Kennedy, excuse me, a lot of the brass for.
Sick fucker.
I was trying not to cough in the mic. Rule number or burp in the mic. That's rule number 1.
I thought it was rule 3.
She and all the other people with involved in Star Wars did a big spread for Variety. Had a big interview.
All pure.
They didn't spread.
Completely
That was
nude.
a terrible joke.
Completely nude.
Yeah, they spread their butt cheeks and everything. I spread my butt cheeks for Star Wars.
My name was Mike Honcho.
I spread my butt apart and everything. That's a great. I love that movie. All right, so Disney Star Wars looks like they finally have a plan. According to this Variety interview, and I say
Yeah.
this loosely, Disney Star Wars now has a roadmap. So after Obi-Wan Kenobi premieres in next week,
Holy shit.
Andor will follow suit at an unspecified point this summer.
Ooh.
Then The Mandalorian Season 3 will debut in either late 2022 or early 23.
Whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's break this down. I say that Disney has a plan, but what I mean is they kind of have a vague idea.
Yeah.
So Kenobi's coming out next Wednesday,
It's insane.
I think. Yeah, next Wednesday, the 25th. And after that, Andor's coming in a unspecified time this summer. So how let me look this up. Do we know how long Obi-Wan is? How many episodes?
6.
Is it?
Mhm.
I'll tell you this
We've
right.
talked about it on the show a lot.
Real quick, I'll tell you this right now. I am not that excited about it. But I'm staying positive, and I'm sure I'll enjoy it. But for me,
It's Positive Thursday.
for me, it's like, man, I can't tell you how many times I've watched a Star Wars property and been like, man, you know where they should go? Tatooine. Get off that fucking planet, please.
Did you hear where Kevin Feige's Star Wars movie is going to take place?
No.
Guess.
Tatooine? Are you fucking serious? Did they just buy a desert lot somewhere?
I
and
don't
like,
fucking
we just
know,
need to use this.
but I'm fucking sick of it. Shit, that treatment that I showed you, that even takes place on Tatooine.
I'm sorry, it's Friday. It's next Friday.
Even me.
It's the 20. It's a week from now. It's the 27th.
Fuck you, man. You got me all excited and
Oh shit. No, the reason I'm not as excited for that is like I really just don't.
what's your problem, man?
I'm ready to move on past the saga. Like I'm ready to move
oh,
on.
me fucking too, dude.
And
Fuck.
according to Kathleen Kennedy, that's the plan as well.
Sure.
They're gonna move on after
Sure.
Kenobi. But then what about how do you say her name? Ahsoka.
Ahsoka Tano.
The Ahsoka show. But anyway, so we're
The Ahsoka show.
Let's keep talking
starring
about this
Ahsoka
roadmap.
Tano.
Also, Kathleen Kennedy also said in the same interview, she said that the plan for Star Wars is persistent storytelling. They're getting away from trilogies. They're not doing stuff like that, which is good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Also, Rian Johnson's trilogy has been put on hold, and I was like, hasn't it been on hold since
Yeah,
The
what are you
Last
talking
Jedi?
about, you fucking douchebags?
It's never going to happen.
Shut the fuck up.
Which sucks, because I like Rian.
Shut up, Kathleen.
Stop it. Stop saying that. I like Rian Johnson's Star Wars, personally.
No, I do want to see it.
So
I'm
anyway,
saying, yeah.
next Friday will be Obi-Wan, then Andor in an unspecified point in the summer.
Okay.
My guess
Uh-huh.
would probably be, I would say July.
Sure.
Because I feel
Sure.
like it'd be like right after, like a couple weeks after Miss Marvel, a little bit after Thor.
Yeah, fantastic.
Because that's what's so fucking crazy about Disney owning everything? They're competing with themselves. They're like, where can we release this Star Wars property so it doesn't involve doesn't mess with our Marvel property? You know what I mean? So then after
Soon will come a day when every Friday will be something new.
So then
from-
The Mandalorian season 3 is supposed to debut in late 2022, early 23. My guess would be November, December. Maybe around Thanksgiving. Because if you remember when it launched with Disney Plus, The Mandalorian season 1 was like around that time. So wouldn't be surprised. Then Ahsoka will be in 2023, while The Acolyte is said to be slightly further off. That's a direct quote.
Okay.
There's also another in a series in development under the title Grammar Rodeo, which is set after Return of the Jedi and is described as Star Wars' take on, quote, Amblin coming-of-age adventure films. And that will be created by Spider-Man MCU director John Watts. So I'm
Yee.
assuming this is why he left Fantastic Four, is to go work on the Star Wars show. And we also know that Kevin Feige's doing a Star Wars thing.
You want to know why John Watts left Fantastic Four?
Why?
Because he realized that nothing they ever do will ever live up to the expectations, and he said, "Fuck it, I don't want my name attached to this."
But why would he leave Kevin Feige and Marvel to go work for Kathleen Kennedy in Star Wars? I feel like they would both. Maybe you're right. Maybe that's a sign.
Because he can make something up over there with that coming of age bullshit.
Well, maybe that's a sign that Kathleen is going to be more hands off and
it's a
kind of like.
sign that Fantastic Four is
jeez.
unfilmable.
Jesus, man.
You're just not going to be able to make it. No matter what you do to Fantastic Four, it's not
Why?
going to be satisfying enough. It's
So-
just not a really. They're not a really.
So the Fantastic Four guy finally comes to my side saying that Fantastic Four won't work as a movie.
Well, I don't think it will. I just don't think it will. I have a bad feeling that it's going to fall flat on its face.
In my opinion, the Fantastic Four characters are better when they're used in an ensemble
Mm-hmm.
as a bigger story.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just my opinion. That's how I feel about it.
Well, fuck you.
But so now we know more about what Disney Star Wars is planning to do. And I, for one, am actually excited about it because I think that they are
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised that they're with the idea of the persistent storytelling that they're going more in the direction of TV. Like they're clearly laser focused on Disney Plus. Do you think it's because for whatever reason they just don't think that these would work as movies?
I think they're saving like Star Wars movies for like epic shit. Not saying that anything in these shows isn't going to be epic.
Yeah.
But there's a time and a place, and I think they want to keep Star Wars movies as like events.
Yeah, they still want the spectacle of like, oh man, we're going to see a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, and I like that.
Yeah, I
I
can
appreciate that.
I can respect that, but as someone who only had the movies
Uh-huh.
and didn't really read the books or the comics or any of the expanded lore stuff, it seems like a lot.
Yeah.
Is bombarding me. But you, as a lifelong Star Wars fan with all this expanded
I'm a
universe
nerd.
shit, you're like, whatever. This is common.
I made up shit sometimes, so you know that's how douchey I am. That's how nerdy I am.
You made fanfic.
I made fanfic with lots of sex.
with sex with the droids.
It's what is it called when you do that?
You know what nobody ever talks about? How we're totally okay with
Shipping?
with the droids who clearly have sentience in the Star Wars universe just being slaves.
Yeah.
We're totally okay with it.
Yeah.
That's the
Pretty much.
weird thing about it.
The only time we didn't.
That's the show I want. I want a show with droids and it's all subtitles and there's beep booping bopping at each other and you got to figure out what's going on. I joke, but I guarantee you there's a fucking R2-D2 prequel series somewhere being like, how did R2 get from Anakin to Luke? Even though we've already explained it, we got to do a fucking 6-episode miniseries showing it happen. Fucking Star Wars. Look, I
That's
think...
awesome. How did Luke get from Anakin?
Right? You know that's out there somewhere. Well, Luke bought it. No, but how did he get there? We kind of already talked about
You're
no.
garbage, Mr. Man. Guyena.
Hey, I'm Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah.
Today we're doing Droid Hour.
You are nothing but garbage, yeah. Nothing but garbage, Guyena.
That's what Luke said to R2 when he met him in the first movie. He looks like a garbage can.
So R5D4 is the name of the droid, the red droid, right next to R2D2 in A New Hope. And according to Star Wars lore, this is canon, R2D2 convinced R5D4 to blow his own transistor rod so that the Skywalkers would have to take R2D2.
Wow.
So R2D2 literally made another droid kill itself so that he could accomplish his mission. Remind
See,
that
now that
next time
now,
you're fucking
now,
like R2D2
now
so
that
cute.
will be a part. That'll be the
Bad
first.
motherfucker.
That'll be part of the finale of R2D2, the Disney Plus series. Is like beep boop boop, kill yourself, and then they're like beep boop boop. Sounds like a good idea.
It'll be like a 5-minute like dun, dun,
This-
dun. And just like slow close-ups on both droids.
Beep beep. And then when he kills himself, he does the stupid thing in the prequels. Also, again, I want to reiterate, I love that with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, and whatever they're going to be doing with the Obi-Wan
What the
show.
hell's Jon Favreau doing in town?
He's doing Mandalorian.
I'm trying to play the Dolphins, you dumbass.
I love that they keep doing this. What do you call it? It's
What?
they're doing all this legwork to make the prequels significant, and they're doing
I
all this
guess,
work to make
sure.
the prequels matter, and it's like, okay.
Whatever.
I truthfully, I think Obi-Wan's going to be a fun show. I think it's going to be really cool. Mostly because I'm pretty sure the director of
Didn't
it.
like 20 minutes ago you say you were over it?
I preface that by saying I think it'll be good,
Oh,
but
okay.
I am over. I want to see more stories that are outside of. It's
Yeah.
between episode 3 and 4, and
Yeah.
I think it'll be. I think what I'm excited about is to see Ewan McGregor play that character again.
Mm.
That's what I'm most excited about, and it'll be nice to see Hayden Christensen get a second chance at Darth Vader. But
You know how they make like those you know how they make those comparisons online about like how different like you see Ewan McGregor in part 3 and then Alec Guinness in part 4 and you're like,
Yeah.
holy shit, right? My thing is, I always noticed that. I noticed that well beforehand.
How fast he ages.
And in my mind, before he made the prequels and then made it basically canon that it was only 18 years from the end of episode 4 or 3 to episode 4.
Yeah.
That really fucking ruined Star Wars for me, George. I got to be
You're gonna
honest.
tell me that Ian McGregor aged that hard in
No,
18 years?
Right, but honestly, when we first see Star Wars, not A New Hope, not episode 4, Star Wars, the shit that was in the fucking theater in 77.
Yeah.
When we first see that, the Galactic Empire has been around for centuries, man. Holy fucking shit, man. Okay.
Yeah. No.
But that just honestly still ruins my mind. Still ruins my whole Star Wars thing that they were only around
you're
for 18 years.
you're-
Really?
But you're interested to see it though, right? I mean, you're
I still love the prequels.
no, but you're interested to see the show, Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm still interested in
It's
it.
Ewan McGregor, dude. He's fucking
Yeah,
badass.
and I want to see him be
I
Obi-Wan.
could watch him be cautiously optimistic and dude, you are really what is your deal, bro?
Dog's
Jesus
freaking
Christ. Yeah, I love you too.
Yeah, but I'm with you. I think what makes Star Wars so fun, and that is the issue with any
I love watching Ewan McGregor just look beat down and fucking,
But that's also the problem with any property when you take away that ambiguity, ambiguity to the story. It does kind of hurt a little bit because then when it says that it's canon, it's 18 years. It's like, well, my brain made it a lot longer than that because Alec McGinnis is so fucking old in that first movie.
Alec Guinness and the way he talks
Alec
about
Guinness.
the Clone Wars and like, dude, I mean, okay, so it just made no sense to me because, you get the impression from Star Wars, Episode 4, New Hope, whatever you want to call it. You get the impression that it's been around for centuries.
And honestly, it's not just to Star Wars. It's to any property really. When you continue to expand and go on lore, I think that, and what I'm hoping is going to happen with Ahsoka and the other shows, we start to see in the Acolyte and maybe we're starting to see that Star Wars is going to shift. And again, Kathleen Kennedy said that they want to move on from this Skywalker stuff. So I'm hoping that is the direction. Because again, Star Wars is so vast and full of lore that you don't need to stick around. Well, this was between episode 3 and 4. And episode 5, it's like you can start telling those more original stories. And honestly, the audience is there. I think the big problem, too, is I think that a lot of Disney is worried that casual viewers of Star Wars might be lost if they don't know it's between this movie or that movie.
Is there such a thing as a casual viewer of Star Wars?
It's the same thing with Marvel. There's no such thing as a casual Marvel viewer now. Now, are there people that don't watch the Disney Plus shows and just watch the movies?
Sure. Are there people who just watch the Disney Plus shows and don't watch the movies? Why?
I don't know how you do because
why would you do that?
Because you can't watch Doctor Strange without watching WandaVision.
You literally would not have gotten you literally would not have gotten into the MCU until like Agents of Shield.
So
and how did you reconcile Inhumans?
I bring this up because I am interested. I'm glad that Star Wars seems to have a plan because it seemed like for a long time
we'd love to see it.
They didn't. So it looks like they finally have a plan.
Solo still gets a lot of hate, but still a pretty good movie.
Let's talk about that for a second because in that same interview, Kathleen Kennedy came out and said that she learned her lesson of like not using iconic character, not using the actors to be
fair
to play. No. Let me finish because I don't think I said this properly. She pretty much said that like it was a mistake to have Donald Glover and the other dude play Han and Lando.
Okay.
And she learned her lesson to like not touch.
But wasn't there something going on with him doing like a Lando standalone project?
But what I took from it, she's trying to blame Solo on the idea that like they used Han Solo, but they didn't use Harrison Ford deepfakes, and they didn't use
that would have been horrible.
Which everybody on Twitter is roasting her for that because like no, that wasn't the problem with Solo.
No,
the problem
really wasn't.
I liked Solo.
Yeah,
I thought it was a fun movie.
Yeah,
I think the issue with Solo was it got sandwiched between Infinity War and Deadpool 2, and it was coming off the heels of the most contentious Star Wars movie that had been released since the prequels with Last Jedi. I think that is what fucking hurt that movie. And I think it was there's some sort of stat of like it was like the 4th straight Star Wars movie because it was like Force Awakens, Rogue One, Last Jedi, Solo.
Yeah.
And I think people were just kind of bored with it at the time. I don't know.
Yeah. It's not a bad movie.
No, I had fun with it.
And to be really truly honest, I did not need the whole, oh, we'll just call you Solo. I didn't need that. But you know what I really did need and actually was fun? How the fuck they reconciled going a certain distance in a smaller distance.
Oh, the Kessel Run?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like
Dude, that scene was cool when they went through the wormhole and shit. It's a fun movie.
It's a neat idea to say, hey, I wasn't a science major back then.
Also, but
I didn't know that was a unit of space and not time.
I will say my biggest critique
Yep.
was I forgot that Paul Bettany was the villain in that movie. My biggest critique of that was Emilia Clarke being a love interest because I'm like, why? I know that he's gonna end up with Leia, so this why am I supposed to care about their romantic relationship when I know that he doesn't end up with her? That was one of my biggest things. Like, I get it, it's a movie, you gotta have a female lead, you gotta have a love interest or whatever, stupid shit. Like some arbitrary stupid rules you have to follow.
Oh, I get it. You just want to have movies with just men.
That's okay. Oh, here's an idea. Why don't we be progressive and just have male and female characters that don't have to hook up with each other?
Ooh.
Shang-Chi did it.
Yeah.
Because Aquafina ain't hooking up with Simu Liu.
Simu Liu.
Oh, fuck you. I'm so sick of your shit. Oh, Jake, be respectful and, and properly pronounce people's names.
Did I tell you that I have a secret crush on Aquafina?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, all right.
I really do.
That's your thing.
She seems like she'd be a lot of fun. She's crazy. Crazy and silly like me.
All right, let's talk. Speaking of crazy and silly, let's get into Tyler. What's in that? What the fuck was that?
What was that?
I refuse to make a music for that. I think the
Me too.
long box only has to be us doing weird shit with the effects.
So there are a lot of collections out there with Marvel and DC and all these other comic book companies.
I'm sorry. My little rundown.
Yeah.
My mouse hit the keyboard and it said She-Hulk, but the K was KKK. I'm like, yikes, gotta get rid of that.
Why are you putting that on air?
I'm not saying I typed it.
I know that, but still. Okay. Just make sure you get rid of that, I guess.
No, put it in.
Okay.
The book itself is not called She-Hulk.
No, I know that. Never mind. Okay, so
it's an innocent joke.
So
I deleted everybody.
That's fine. Everybody. So She-Hulk was released with a trailer, and then in August supposed to come out. And I've been talking a lot about. You guys like Deadpool a lot. Well, let me tell you where Deadpool got his whole shtick from. Was from this book in the late 80s, early 90s by John Byrne, comics superstar. And it was called Sensational She-Hulk. And it was great because he skewered the tropes of comic books. He would have like special cameo appearance, like on the cover of issue 2, and it would be some like Bass Ackwards character, like, you know, the Ghost Rider from the original like 1800s or something like that, you know, on the horse and shit. Or it'd be like Zemnu the Titan, it'd be US fuck, I can't remember the guy's name, but there was a superhero trucker back in the 70s named US1, and he took She-Hulk and put them together with these like awful characters like Spragg the Living Hill. And there was a guy, so in issue number 3 or 4 of Fantastic Four, Dr. Doom makes his first appearance. And so John Byrne thought it'd be funny to have a really obscure character from like Howard the Duck named Dr. Bong come in and be the villain in issue 3 or 4 of his book with She-Hulk, right? And she does all of these great things. They're trying to get out of the TV, and she like tears a page open because she's aware that she's in a comic book. She tears the page, and she's trying to help these other people get out of the TV along with her. And Dr. Bong is this guy with a big bell on his head and a clapper on one of his heads.
Good on them to go the other direction.
So he just goes
and not
like
make him just a giant weed bong.
He just like smacks his own head and bong, and then things change. So So she's trying to get out of the TV, and they rip the page and they go across this full page spread. And let me tell you about the back issue market real quick. Back issue market didn't really exist until like the 80s. Speculation and shit like that. And there's a comic book thing called Overstreet Price Guide, and they're the ones who set how much each issue is worth based on this and that and the other thing.
Yeah.
Now, technically, Venom's first appearance is Amazing Spider-Man 300, but technically, it's in $2.99
Well,
as
actually-
a Cheshire Cat. Now, because of the way that they do this, 300 is worth infinitely more than $2.99. Now, that's kind of stupid, but when you think about it, why is Action Comics #1 so valuable? Yes, it's the first appearance of Superman, but there are also like 10 copies in existence in the world, okay?
And then they fuck up that collection market because there's
Right.
constant like reboots. Like
Speculation.
is that Batman #1 from the very
Right.
first, or is it Batman #1 from 2016?
Is it the one with,
Is it Batman
is it the
#1
one with
from
the
2012?
fuck up on the cover? Because there's only like 3 of those.
Well, that's what I mean.
Fuck off.
Is this Batman #1 from the New 52, or is
Everybody's
this Batman
chasing,
#1 from Rebirth?
everybody in the comic book back issue market is chasing that upside down stamp. You know the one I'm talking about, folks? That really super expensive one with the airplane upside down? Yeah, that's what you look like. Anyway, so back before like the internet and comic book shops were really, really big, they had these places called like Mile High Comics out in Denver, and they were like just these clearinghouses for back issues. And so they run across like this full page spread for one of those ads, but it's fake. And so if you read some of the things, it's like X-Men #1, you can't afford it. X-Men #2, are you serious? Are you rich or something? X-Men #3, no, just keep why don't you go to the Nightcrawler books, you dumbass?
It's funny.
It's really, really funny.
that
It's
you-
parody.
It's funny that you say that because in the Dan Slott run,
yeah.
there's they reference the comic. They do the same thing in a sense that one of the sources that she uses for her law, for her cases,
Yeah.
are comic books,
Okay.
because she knows that they are comic book characters. So she uses like comic books for discovery and shit. And they do the thing that you were talking about, because
Yeah.
there's a comic book guy that she talks to that supplies her with that shit.
So here's the best part about it is this is how She-Hulk can be really, really, really good. Listen to all of the tired of the tropes and everything in the MCU that people are tired of, and make her a fourth wall breaking character. I know you might be saving some of that shit for Deadpool, but make her do it, because Deadpool got his shtick from her, okay? Make fun of the MCU as much as possible during this 9-episode run, please, and make it funny. Like, make it... Just do yourself a favor and make She-Hulk a fucking palate cleanser for everybody. You know? Just make it go, hey, look, we do a lot of great things, but we also do shit that we make mistakes and whatnot.
Yeah.
But here's how we're going to own up to all that. Is this 9-issue thing... okay.
I showed him a picture of Frogman for She-Hulk.
Is this 9-issue thing, or this 9-episode thing,
Yeah.
and we're just going to skewer all the tropes that you guys have been talking about online for decades now.
Let's make fun of the MCU.
We're going to fucking make fun of it. We're going to tear it down and build it up again with Thor and whatever. I think that's a great idea. Now, my long box is Epic Collection #3 for She-Hulk. There are a lot of different collections for whatnot, and Marvel has the Essential, which are generally like 20 to 25 issues, black and white reprints, and then they have the Epic Collections, which are usually 10 to 15 issues, full color reprints. And there's one #3. It is it's a Sensational She-Hulk #1 through 12, and then a couple of other things. But it's the first 12 issues of Byrne's run on this show, or on this comic book. I can't decipher if I'm talking about a show or a fucking comic book. But it's amazing. It's $40. Go out and get it if you want to know where She-Hulk got her whole deal from the fourth wall breaking stuff. That's it. And it's an enjoyable run. If you like comic books, you love characters like She-Hulk or Ambush Bug in the DC universe. These are characters that make that they not only they somehow validate our severe love for these things by making fun of them, and I can't love those two characters enough for it. Again, we're talking She-Hulk, but if you want, go check out Ambush Bug too, because he's got a lot of the same stuff, and sometimes his parody is a little bit more biting. So,
Ambush bug. More like no.
More like, I see you right there, bug.
You got me. All right, let's wrap this up with Jake Unlimited. Juicy.
Oh, I broke it.
Oh, so today I'm gonna break the rules.
I'm gonna break the internet, bitch.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Mine is a TV show, but it is. Again, it continues to amaze me at what DC can do animation-wise. Where, again, I've said it multiple times on the show, where DC excels in animation, Marvel falters.
Yeah.
And it's the same with live action for Marvel and DC.
We've known that for a while too.
Yeah.
It's
And it
weird. It's kinda weird.
It baffles me because you'll have DC be like, you know what, let's make a long Halloween animated movie. And then they go and do that. And it's like, it literally is just like, okay, let's take a very popular, cool story arc. Let's find a way to adapt it and make it into a single, like a standalone movie and just put it out. And it's like, what kills me about Marvel is like, you have Disney Plus. Why don't you just do that now?
I know.
Because that's literally what DC is doing. They're just like, throw it up on HBO Max. We don't care. But I mentioned that because I just started my dog is looking funny right now. I just started watching Young Justice. And it's funny because this is a show that was canceled a decade ago, got brought back, and is still running right now. Some people say it's even better than it was before with all the stuff that they're doing. So I just started watching. I watched about 5 episodes of the first season. The only thing that sucks is it still runs like a network show. So like they're only half-hour episodes, so it's not bad. But there's 22 episodes, 23, 25, 26 episodes. And I watched. It's not a detriment to the show. I think it actually probably helps it in a sense. But you know, I will say for a show that was written for kids, it does. And this is why I've always respected DC, and I've always respected what they do. It doesn't feel like it's written for kids. And that's what I always.
It feels like it was written by kids.
That's what I've always respected about Batman the Animated Series and Justice League Unlimited, Batman Beyond, all that stuff. I've always respected that they come at it from an angle and they take the characters seriously. And I'll tell you this, I would not expect 5 episodes into the show that I would think Aqualad is a fucking badass, but they go out of their way to make Aqualad cool. They make I know it sounds silly to you, because you're stupid. No, and look. The show is smart. The show is smart because the show takes sidekicks and makes you care about them. Normally, sidekicks are a punchline, and to have a show that takes them and gives the proper care to them and actually makes you root for them. Like, I'm guilty of it. I was like, oh, Kid Flash, Aqualad. Stupid. They're stupid names. They're stupid. But like this show, like the first 2 episodes, they break into this place called Cadmus, and that's where they're housing Superboy. And it gets in a little cartoony territory where like they have these like
that's where the Pegasus Project is.
Yeah, and they have these like
in the comics.
Monkeys that like.
Do they fight the Guardian, the dude with the shield?
Yes, they do.
Wow, cool.
The Guardian's in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a ton of like.
So you think just because I'm a Marvel whore that I don't know anything about DC?
Yeah, but you're over there laughing at Aqualad, you bitch.
Aqualad is a bitch.
No, Aqualad's cool.
I'm sure.
Anyway,
love you.
No, but I think that's the biggest compliment to the show. That I really enjoy these characters, and they're again inherently silly because they're sidekicks to better characters. It's like, oh, Kid Flash and Robin and Aqualad and Superboy and Miss Martian. And which I did kind of be like, really? Because after the first 2 episode arc, because they go off and do this mission because they're pissed because they thought they were gonna get inducted into the Justice League, and the Justice League is like, you're still kids, you're not ready.
So it's a bunch of whiny little teenagers on a road trip. Is what you're telling me.
You would hate Superboy.
Oh
in the
my
show,
God!
Superboy is a little bitch. No. To be fair, he is a clone of Superman that was stuck underground and enslaved by these people, so he's probably on edge.
So
for
he's
a
the
reason.
Superboy from the Return of the Superman thing.
Yeah,
He's the clone.
When you first see him, he's in he's not the Lex Luthor Clark Kent clone. He's just a clone of Superman, and he's in like the all white suit with the red S the solar suit. But
whatever.
his arc, shut up. His arc, I'm wondering what it could be. 'Cause,
Shut up.
Again, I've never watched this show before, so I'm only 5 episodes in, but I'm really enjoying it. And it is funny because you're right. It pulls like some obscure DC characters, and I was like, wow. Like the guy. So after they do their mission and they free Superboy, they're like, okay, fine, you'll get your own base. It's in a mountain, Mount Justice, and it's abandoned.
Isn't Orion from the New Gods in it?
I don't know yet.
I saw some on HBO Max.
Well, he's probably in the later seasons. I don't know. So they get their base in Mount Justice, and I want you to guess. And I'll keep in mind this is an obscure character. I want to see if you can guess who is in charge of like keeping tabs on the Young Justice, because you're not gonna. I don't think you're gonna guess it. He's an android. I'll give you that.
Oh, Mazo.
No.
Oh, hang on.
Amazo is in it later.
An android. Red Tornado?
Yes. Red Tornado. Which I was like, really? Red Tornado?
They actually made they made a superpowers action figure line back in the 80s.
That's impressive though that you went with Red Tornado off the android.
Honestly, here's the thing. In the DC universe, androids are highly specialized. So you tell me android, I got 2 answers for you. Amazo and Red Tornado. Nobody else is referred to. Cyborg is a cyborg.
It's funny you say that because they fight Amazo in the 4th episode.
Yeah, Amazo's really
Amazo's cool because he absorbs all the powers of the Justice League.
He's scary.
He's a cool character.
Yeah.
There's a moment that was really cool where and this is what I love about this show is when they actually work as a team. I root for them and I'm excited and I'm like, man, it is kind of turning me into a kid as I watch it. But he's doing all the moves of the Justice League to fight the team, and they finally trick him.
Yeah.
And because while he's phasing, he's like, and he says which makes me laugh is he says each character when he does it. He's like Superman, and he like shoots the laser beams. Is like Aquaman or whatever. And he's like Martian Manhunter, and he's phased. Yeah. And while he's phasing, Superboy sticks his fist in his face. So then when he unphases, his fist went through his head and killed him. I was like, that's pretty dope. But yeah, I just thought that was funny that Red Tornado is in charge of it. It was like, they're like, well, we don't want to use Batman or Superman to watch these kids, so let's do a fucking Red Tornado. Well, and then the third episode they fight Mr. Twister, which is another tornado-themed android.
Yeah. No, they actually made they started with the usual. They had Batman,
by the way, Mr. Twister, are
Superman,
you fucking joking?
Wonder Woman. It was before Batman '89 came out, so they had all of these characters, and then the later ones they had like Red Tornado and like Samurai from the Justice League cartoon, or no, the Super Friends cartoon, and it was just strange because you're like, that's weird. Like I don't even know who Red Tornado is, but I want that figure.
I like it. I think he's a cool design. It's just I wish he didn't have a cape.
Very little about it.
Also, it seems like Red Tornado is clearly with his cape design is like their version of Vision, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because you know how these companies rip each other off all the time.
I think. Yeah.
Well, no, but the what's the term? The cape. When the cape is up.
Cowl. Or the collar.
The collar of the cape looks like Vision's.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why? You're an android. Why do you need a cape?
Yeah, why do you need a cape, you fucking douche?
Anyway, Young Justice, I'm excited. I do plan once I finish the first season, I want to do kind of like a video on it and talk about how much I liked it and everything. Speaking of which, I just watched, before we recorded, the finale of Halo. So I will do kind of a episode 1 broad review. I know I've been doing each episode at a time, but for this, I think I'm going to do a broad overview of the show, because how I feel about the show really could be boiled down to this. There's a good show under there somewhere. There's so many good moments, but it's like each episode is like a weird roller coaster of like, that's cool, I like that. Oh, I hate that. That sucks. Why are we doing this? Oh, that's pretty cool. Nope, that's shit. That's what it feels like every episode with Halo. So you can imagine what that review is going to be.
That's like our show.
Yeah, pretty much. Thanks so much for listening to another episode of Off Panel Off Topic. Before we leave this show, we still got some housekeeping to do.
Uh-oh.
Tyler mentioned we're gonna have some off-panel, off-box videos coming to our YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Him and I also star in a scripted podcast.
What?
It's called MetaHuman Intelligence Agency. I wrote it and directed it.
Nice.
Tyler's my co-star. First 3 chapters are out right now.
I do a
so-
great scream, apparently.
You do. If you go to anchor.fm, Cosmic Octave, we're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, Google, wherever you get your podcasts, you can listen to it there. Please go give it a listen and tell us what you think. And if you don't like it, fuck you.
Fuck you. What?
Oh, I thought you were going to keep
Do it again. Fuck you. Yeah, the horse you rode in on, motherfucker.
nailed. All right, anything else we need to promote?
Fucking nailed it.
Anything else?
I'm working hard at work on the 4th album. I think I might be actually ready to go by November. Like I said, I don't know. No, we're
Can I ask you one question?
yes.
Is this song on it?
Wow, it was good. Wow,
I can't do it, man.
that would have been really cool. Wow, it was good. Wow.
So is that on it?
Yep. How'd you know?
Yeah.
Wow.
You are nothing but garbage, yeah. Nothing but garbage, Gaina.
Oh, damn it.
Nice.
Yes.
And that's it.